X2, cool.
So as you can see here, this is, we had core synergistics in P90X, this is X2 core, so you can just tell by some of these movements, right? You're doing some pretty fun stuff. You're adding plyometrics with core movements, and of course you've got modifications. It's just sort of the next level of core synergistics.
Yeah, and a lot of the program is really, as you'll see, functional. Now here, this one is going to kill people, plyo side.
Yeah, plyo side. I got the red shoes on for this one, baby, so poor Tracy and Mark, I don't think they've ever been the same since. But the idea here is, the great thing about this one is you're moving more laterally. I know with P90X, it was, more about jumping in one spot, but we're moving side to side more, and we're going for more vertical height too, which is really important when it comes to plyometrics.
Recovery and mobility. There's the foam roller.
Well, here's our foam roller, right? There's poor Cedric. Oh, he's trying. Cedric, don't cringe so much, man. But you're right, you can see our modification here. We've devoted an entire DVD to the importance of recovery. And you're allowed, you can see the different versions. That's the death version from Isabel there with spikes in it. Yeah. But it's an amazing, incredible tool.
I love that thing. It's super soft.
And it's above and beyond stretching. It really is. Stretching is phenomenal, yoga is phenomenal, but this takes it to the next level.
All right, total body.
Total body is just like it sounds. You're doing one arm bicep curls in Warrior 3. Hello! All right? You're doing pull-ups where your whole body is crunched. You're doing plyometric push-ups on the stability ball. And freaking Jeremy Yost beat me there. That was brutal for me. Brutal for my ego. But what's fun about that is, how about that one, boys and girls? So, again, the reason why it's 5 days a week is because almost, I'd say 95% of the exercises, everything's involved. It's not just chest or just shoulders, just arms.
Yeah, and that actually is what makes it more athletic, because when you're out there, you're not moving one body part when you're doing some move on the field. You've got to be able to react. You got to be able to move sideways. You want to be able to recruit the right big movers with your stabilizers in order to perform at the same time.
Usually you'll see them separately. There's a little chowder.
Look at that. Outrageous.
Outrageous. Yeah, that doesn't require anything whatsoever. So, it doesn't look like much. For example, that one where you're on your forearms. But oh my God, you get to your 10th one. And oddly enough, the beautiful thing is you can feel your core working without having to get on your back and work your core specifically, right? So as a result of that, a lot of those moves you just saw, your quads are engaged, your glutes are engaged, your pelvis is tilted, your core is firing without having to actually do crunches, which are important as well. We see those in Average. But, we're just trying to help people become more athletic, become stronger, and in the process, become gorgeous as well.
Well, my experience personally with this versus other kind of ab moves, this one, I have a tendency to get really tight in my lower back, right? So these kind of moves, a lot of plank moves, man, just fixes my lower back pain. Like, it's just fixed.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. All this extra core work. Anybody who, if you sit a lot, you work a lot, the lower back tightens up, and I think you're going to feel some relief by strengthening it this way versus just doing the old.
Well, it's amazing how much we've learned in 7 years when it comes to just doing a standard push-up. Like today, like the other day when we were in my workout, you never heard me cue things like flex your quads, drive the backs, your backs of your knees toward the ceiling, and turn your heels back, and tilt your pelvis towards your elbows. We cued it as best we could based on what we knew at that time, but we've learned so much in the interim that, when you see folks now do, in P90X2, you see them do a push-up, they're like this steel rod from head to heels, and that's the idea. And it requires, some new philosophy to be able to do that. And when you do, like yourself, you prevent that injury. Because so many people have that lower back slack when they're doing their push-ups because they're focused just too much on numbers. Now we're focusing more on form. And when you do that first, your numbers will go up, but you'll also not get hurt, and you're engaging everything.